Chop, chop, choppity chop, 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 choppity chop. Cook it, bake, cook it, do-do-do-do, da-da-da.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Chef Daniela and I'm a professional chef, culinary instructor, and owner and founder of Colada Culinary.
And I'm Grant Herms. I'm a journalist and a passionate home cook. And welcome to Panic at the Pantry, where we raid your fridge to write recipes, not tragedies.
Hey, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 6 of Panic at the Pantry. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2026.
Yes.
Here we come.
Yes.
Yay, 2026. I'm bouncing now. Everything's bouncing. Happy 2026.
Maze in the background was like, why are we bouncing? I'll bounce. But like,
Yeah. Maze is also angry every single time I have this set up in the house. My dog, Maze. He just looks at me. He goes, "What the hell did you do with the house now, Mom?"
There are wires everywhere, and you're being loud. Like,
yeah. That's basically him. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to have 2025 behind us and looking ahead to the new year. Also, my birthday's in January, and so it's a fun month for me.
Aquarius,
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Okay.
The boring one, the one that no one likes.
I didn't say it. You said it, but whatever. You could be a cool aloof Aquarius.
I know. I wish it was more fun than that, but it's not. But I don't know. Well, I mean, I know that I've got a bunch of stuff going on this month. It's also a January birthday is also one of those things too, where people are tired of celebrating things. We have been celebrating something since Halloween, and my birthday is 2 weeks after the New Year, so it's just like another thing. Another
you
one.
Got the short end of the stick. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It could be worse. I've got a buddy whose birthday is December 26th, and that's
worse.
One. That's rough.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. But we are putting good vibes out there for 2026.
We are. I'm putting out good. I always put out good vibes at the beginning of the year. However, I'm always very cautious because 2020 ruined me. Because I literally was so excited. I said, 2020 is going to be my year. It is going to be the best year yet. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like that was 6 years ago, by the way.
It doesn't at all. What did you do during COVID? What were you cooking? Because I know we weren't. I don't even know if we met each other
by
then.
We hadn't met each other yet. We didn't meet until a couple years after that. And I was like really into, at that point in time, I was ahead of the sourdough curve. So I was already like cooking, like baking sourdough and doing a lot of stuff that I thought, thank you, I'll take that. Stuff that I thought I may be able to do for like a long time. And then like I was learning how to like cold smoke salmon so I could make lox, and I was making my own bagels for breakfast. And I was like doing stuff that I like needed extra attention because we were all home. And so I could like pay attention to it. I learned how to make pasta during 2020, which I hadn't done before, and I got a pasta maker. I learned how
we're friends.
Yeah, exactly.
All of this is why we're friends. Period.
I learned how to make my own sausage over.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Which is great. I don't like touching casing. It's gross.
It's not your thing?
Not my thing. I don't know.
I find it really
fascinating.
fascinating.
Weird about it. I don't know. But what about you? Like, I have to imagine that being cooped up as a real chef, like I'm a home cook, right? Like that's a different thing. But like as somebody who like can and should be out cooking for other people, like it must have been miserable.
I was insanely frustrated. I'm not going to lie. And I pivoted very quickly with my other job. I was actually the head instructor in a nonprofit organization. We were training women to enter the food service industry. And I had these students in the middle of their program. And my heart broke for them. And I was insanely frustrated because I couldn't explain to them. Of course we went online immediately, but I couldn't explain to them how it's supposed to taste, touch, smell, feel. I was not happy. And there was a lot of nights with martinis as my dinner. Not gonna lie about that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I followed my cravings. I wanted, for example, when September rolled around, I wanted cider mill donuts, and the cider mill wasn't opening. And I said, forget it. I'm making it myself.
Yeah.
I wanted at one night. I wanted falafel, and I said, damn it. And I made the whole thing, the pita bread, the falafel, you name it. I did the sauce, everything. So one day I wanted a burger, and we had no burger buns. It wasn't, I made my own burger buns. So everything that I had a craving for, I just said, screw it, poured myself a martini and just did it. We're at the same level.
Yeah, I did have many a Negroni dinner during 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was W thing.
What do you do? So do you do dry January, speaking of the new year?
No, because my birthday's in January. Like, I want to celebrate. I have friends who do
Yeah.
dry January, and like we just end up calling it a moist January because like I make them go out to dinner for my birthday, and
Moist
like
January.
there's wine. Yeah. Which
Yeah,
sounds
no, I
awful,
don't.
I understand.
I don't prescribe to this because it's January, and of all seasons that I need a drink,
Yes.
of all months, come on,
If
January.
If we lived in a sunnier place during the winter, I mean, it has been gray and will be gray in the state of Michigan for
A
weeks
long time.
now. Yeah, if we lived in a place like I could go out in the sunshine or whatever, I think maybe I would have an easier time doing a dry month. But man, no, thank you.
No, it's not for me. We don't have problems, you guys. I
No,
promise you.
Look,
No,
listen,
we're fine.
If it's your thing and you need a reset, like I usually do a reset in the fall, September,
See,
October,
that
like
makes
October,
sense.
October. Yeah.
That makes
nothing's
sense.
going on. I like that. And like it's a little thing that I like to do just as a sheer willpower idea. But like,
Sure.
But like, if it's your thing in January, like no shade here. It's just I'm gonna have my wine.
I have no willpower. I just told you I wanted a falafel sandwich, so I made one. There's no. I accept me for who I am. I'm at the age, like, you know what, kids, I don't need to prove anything to anyone. Who cares?
Yes.
It's over. Yeah.
Okay, well then you go ahead and get your glass of wine as we get into our show here, because we want to remind listeners that this is done, and how we do this is we take callers who need to answer that universal question: what am I going to make for dinner? Help, I don't think I have any in the fridge, and this is all why we're here. And it's just, we just want to make a meal, and we want to also remind you that we're not using AI. There's no cookbooks in front of us. We're not Googling things as, they're on the phone. There's no editing that I'm doing in these things where we got a big old break and we get to go call grandma or mom or dad or whoever with their recipes. This is happening in real time as our callers are waiting on the other end of the line.
And that's right. All we have is our notes. That's it. We're taking notes in real time in front of us. The power of creativity, our minds, our experiences. We also want people always to take away practical tips. And I say this every episode. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know that could be repurposed that way.
Yes.
You can crumble chips on top of something. That's a little key into our next. Yeah.
You can take cottage cheese and make it creamy, and that works for things like,
We're dropping Easter eggs, Grant.
We are. Okay, but before we get to that, make sure you subscribe to the show and you leave a comment or a review. It really helps give us a boost here. You can find us on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We'll all be under Colada Culinary. And on YouTube, it's panic.at-the-pantry, but you can just search Panic at the Pantry and it'll come up there too. And if you want to call in, you got to DM us on social media. If you want to have us raid your fridge and raid your pantry, we would love to have you on and see what you're working with. So without further ado, Daniela, let's get to our tip of the show. What do we got today?
So for today's tip, we are going fresh or dried, babe.
Babe?
Period. Babe. I did not call you babe. I did call you babe. Babe. Bay.
B-A-Y. Got it.
It's I don't know. I'm getting into my Gen X, Gen Millennial. Hey, babe.
So we're talking about that little weird leaf that everyone wants me to throw in my soup or my sauce, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm not supposed to eat it. They always want me to pull it out. What is it there for?
Exactly. So there's a big culinary debate in the culinary community, if you will, about if bay leaves actually do anything. And they are those little dried leaves that you put in soups, stews, etc., for an extra little tiny subtle oomph to them. And people ask all the time, and this debate is, do they really make a difference? And my answer is a resounding yes, they do.
This is a hot take.
This is a hot take. Actually, oh my gosh, that is so funny that you said that. When I was going over this tip, I was thinking to myself, this is like one of the Subway. This is like the hot take.
Yeah,
if you're listening, hot take. Let us know. I love to do that. So I'm 100% pro bay. And there are some little notes though that go with it. Imagine me with notes. I can't possibly imagine, Daniela. So first, remember, spices and herbs, they have an expiration date. They're not going to hurt you once they expire, but their flavor goes down a lot. It really goes down the tubes. Whole spices have about a year shelf life, and ground spices have about 6 to 8 months. Generally speaking, this is not a hard and fast rule. This is general. So the bay leaves that have been sitting there since, the Costco haul in March of 2020, those are dead, babe.
Yeah.
Those are dead, babe. They're dead, babe. So
could I make them dry? So if I buy them dried whole, because sometimes I don't want them, have to pick out a leaf from what I'm cooking. Can I grind them up? Can I put them in a
yes,
mortar and pestle?
And this is something that people don't know that I love imparting upon people is that all those dried bay leaves can be ground up and put into things like curries. The Southeast Indian cookings, there's a ton of spices that have blends ground bay leaves with different spices. It's fabulous, and I highly recommend it. So that is definitely a route to go. The other route to go is the fresh bay leaves, which I cannot recommend enough. It is life-changing. They sell them at a lot of grocery stores in the produce aisle with all of the other herbs. And the flavor is just, oh my gosh, it is orangey. It is fresh. It's a little teeny spicy. It is absolutely stunning. But you have to, the last real tip of this is that you have to use more of them. This whole one dried bay leaf in a whole big thing of soup, no, you're not doing anything. And that's what people just really help. No, not one. I use about 4 to 5, honestly.
Okay.
And that's when it really, really makes a difference, especially those fresh ones. But you do have to fish them out if you put the whole ones in. Otherwise, that texture is very odd.
It's like leather. Yeah. It
is. Yeah. It's not pleasant. But the grinding thing, of course, if you're doing a curry or something else, I highly recommend.
Right. So what is the flavor of bay, really? Because like I try to find it when I do it. And it's probably because I'm only using one leaf, because that's what every recipe says.
Yeah, it does.
I can't find it. And so the fresh ones, you can tell when you pick them up, they've got that sort of orangey, spicy, peppery thing to it. But like a dry one, the flavors change when you dry out herbs. And so the flavors
definitely change. That fresh orangey flavor, I don't pick up as much with the dried ones, but I do pick up something that is a little teeny bit spicier and earthier. I would compare it to not a cumin, but also on that earth tone of a cumin. That's why they're so good in soups and stews. They ground things a lot, and then the fresh ones will brighten them up a little bit, so they can serve two purposes depending on what you're doing.
It's so funny to think of herbs as an ingredient or a flavor that would actually give a dish or a soup or something a basement. Instead of usually we use herbs to give it a top thing, right? A pop of freshness or a pop of that extra flavor at the very top. If it's dried, it's more intense. But like thinking of a bay flavor and the bay leaves as being sort of this floor of where flavors are going to be. That's a fun way to think about this, and a way that it's going to change how I think I use these things in my recipes, because sometimes I will need to fix a recipe or tweak it, you know, as I'm going. And I think what I need is actually something on the bottom, but instead I just add more flavors to the like top freshness to bring the bottom all the way up. And then like maybe whatever I'm making is too bright tasting, too flavorful in that way.
You've set me up perfectly for the next tip. We're going to talk about this because I love where we're going. The whole grounding, bright, fresh, all of those culinary terms. Sometimes people find them a little intimidating. I don't know what it means. We're going to explore this next episode. Tune in, everyone. I'm writing it down.
I love it. Okay. Well, before we take a quick break, we're going to come back with our caller, who is a kindergarten teacher in Chicago. She's a cat mom of 2. She's got a husband who she called a trash can publicly here. But she is basically momming super hard and just doesn't always have time to get to the grocery store like most of us. She's also a Trader Joe's shopper, which I think is an interesting way to do this too, because Trader Joe's often has so many things that are prepackaged and pre-made for you. And so that brings an extra element of this. She also, I think, misled us a little bit.
She did. I'm still a little disappointed. Honestly, I threw my hands up in the air, but we'll get that caller that gives us what I want, which is nothing.
Nothing. Yes, exactly. We'll get the tumbleweed out of the fridge person and eventually here, but it's not her, even though she thought it was. Yeah,
it's not. Yeah.
But I think it's a recipe that's really fun. I think it's one that I think a lot of people have this stuff in their pantries, in their fridges right now.
Agreed.
And it is perfect for this time of year when you want something a little heartier, a little easier to make. Like I said too, after we were done recording with her, that this freezes really well. So if you want something that you want for a little while longer, even though none of us right now want to think about freezing because it's so freaking cold outside, but you know, it's one of those recipes that will last a long time, and it's a good go-to, I think, especially when you've got the stuff that she's got.
Yeah. I love the freezing always. I'm always a big advocate for that. So excellent tips.
Perfect.
Love them.
We'll be right back.
Tired of the same old when you go out on a date or out with your partner, your friends, your family? Try something different. Go to coladaculinary.com and look into our group classes for a fun and unique night out. Located in beautiful downtown Plymouth at the historic Park Building, I am so excited to launch classes like homemade pasta, knife skills, plenty of seasonal and cultural nights of fun and learning. Jump on coladaculinary.com, that's Kalota culinary.com, and go to the group class section where you can browse all my classes and book a ticket right online. There's only 28 seats per class and they go quick. We cannot wait to see you there. All right, everyone. The caller this week is Lauren. Lauren, welcome to Panic at the Pantry. Yay!
Hi, thank you.
We're so glad to have you here. So, Lauren, before we dig into your fridge and your pantry, tell us what a normal week in your life is like. You're a kindergarten teacher in Chicago. You got cats. What is a week like for you when you're trying to meal prep, but also do school prep, and you got homework when you come home? What is this like?
So I am definitely the primary grocery shopper in my family. My husband is in investment banking. He's working all the time, so I'm the one who meal preps and does everything. So Sunday afternoon is my big grocery shopping day, and so I haven't got there yet. But the Lions game is on this afternoon, and I really want to watch that, and I don't want to spend the afternoon at the grocery store, so I'm going to try to scrounge up what I have here, but I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. I like planning all of my meals in advance, but I eat fresh, and so by Sunday afternoon, I'm there's nothing here.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, no.
I'm so excited that there's nothing.
There's literally
Everyone says that, and yeah, no, everyone says that, and there's always something. So don't worry.
There is. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Mhm.
Any food allergies that you guys have in the house? Anything you can't eat or definitely won't eat, kind of a thing?
No. We are. I eat everything. My husband's a garbage can, so this is great.
Perfect.
Nice,
He'll love
garbage
that
can.
too, by the way, that you
Yeah.
said that. That's great. Yeah.
If it really is nothing though, Grant, if it really is, because I feel like a lot of people have been stalked, I'm very excited for the fridge that opens and it's like a gummy worm in there or something. This is what I've been waiting for.
Me too. We need this right now. All right, Laura,
Yes.
let's start with the fridge.
Okay.
What are we working with?
Okay, here we go, guys.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh my God, there's so many things.
What?
No.
Come on. Now I'm disappointed.
What are you talking about? There's it's mostly
I
just,
wanted it to be empty as I was expecting.
it's mostly just sauces and cheese. So where do you want me to start? So here's some hot sauce.
Go ahead, delve into it. This is that way. I have to say first, this is a psychological phenomenon, I think, with people where they say they don't have everything. And in our mind, it opens up and we're like, there's all the things.
Yeah.
But all right.
Trust me, it's 90%
still. Okay.
sauces and pickled items.
Okay.
All right.
Delve into it. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's see
we got some cottage cheese up here. We have some cilantro, which is seen better days.
Okay.
I've got some chimichurri sauce from Trader Joe's, which is phenomenal.
Oh.
We've got some cheese down here, lots of salsas. More cheese in here. Yeah, need a bag of carrots.
Okay.
More sauces. Lots of sauces.
Okay. What kind of cheese is in there?
I have some cheddar cheese. I have some butter. I have some brie. This one says it is onion and garlic jack. I've got some Parmesan cheese. I have some sprinkled mozzarella. Okay.
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 Okay. Let's check out your pantry.
Okay. So I've got Kevin's snack cupboard, which is just chips and stuff.
Okay.
Chips. What kind of chips? What kind of chips do we have there?
These are garlic chips. Maybe we'll stay out of Kevin's Kevin's snack cupboard.
She's she called him what a trash can,
Yeah.
and then she's like, let's stay out of his cupboard. Okay, all
Okay,
right,
so
continue.
pantry. I'll do this really slowly. Do you guys get a good view? I've got some canned tomatoes.
Pause for a second. Are those diced or what kind of canned tomatoes?
Just peeled, it says.
Okay, so
Yep,
whole
okay.
peeled
Whole.
San Marzanos.
Mhm,
Great.
What else? There's some tea. I have pastas.
Great. What kind of pasta is that? Is that
These are
macaroni elbows?
yeah, these are elbows. I've got whole wheat spaghetti. I have more spaghetti. I've got these little guys, which are really like these little friends, these little curly friends.
Oh, the little fusilli.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
What else? I got more just noodles on noodles.
Just noodles. Just noodles.
Just
Okay.
noodles. I've got there's like nothing in here. There's some couscous. I've got chickpeas.
Nice.
More little curly thingies. I have tomato paste. I have little pastinas. I have more diced tomatoes. Okay, and then for the bottom, I've got flour. I have rice. I have a bunch of just random starches and stuff that I actually use to make dry shampoo with.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah,
Lauren. I don't think that's us.
But that is not one I'm qualified for.
Yeah. So yeah, I do have some. I got little things of sweet potatoes down there, but yeah,
Sweet potatoes? Tell me about those.
I have. Let's make sure they're still good.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look great.
She threw them on the floor. She threw them on the floor. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For I don't know if our viewers are listening or watching. But she just took out a potato that looked something roughly from the Civil War.
Yeah.
You know, circa.
Yeah. If you made a potato a
1800s.
raisin, that's what that was. Yeah.
We're not.
So
I left behind at
sweet
a dog
potatoes-
park.
yeah, we're gonna
Sweet potatoes are out.
we're gonna cross sweet potatoes off the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
She also threw them on the floor, everyone.
Mhm.
And now she's actually tossing them across the room. Oh, now she's playing baseball with them. Okay, well, sweet potatoes are out.
I feel kind of bad for this one.
It'll make like a fun hacky sack.
Glorious.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Can I look at the sauces you have again?
In the fridge.
You've got olive oil on the counter, which is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the fridge.
All right. Yeah. And I do have. I've got spices and stuff. All right. Sauces. I have a bunch of barbecue sauces. This is the yuzu citrus barbecue sauce. I've got Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. I have Kansas City barbecue sauce. Make some of the like a soyaki. This is like actually delish.
Yeah.
What? I mean, yeah, just lots of random sweet honey Japanese barbecue sauce. I have hot.
This woman is condiment
I know.
stocked. I mean, oh my gosh.
I'm
not wanting for a condiment.
I love a sauce. Let's bring a sweet chili sauce up here. I've got Caesar dressing.
Okay.
We
What's
gotta have
the-
one where I'm teaching people to make these. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's that juice on the bottom rack there?
Right here.
Yeah.
This is tart cherry juice, which is supposed to help you sleep well.
Yeah. Okay.
And it actually kind of works.
Oh.
I've heard that. I've tried some of that, and then I'm not a good sleeper in general, and so I will just try anything that works.
Yeah.
Apart from like a Benadryl, but like okay. And then you said you had spices and stuff too.
I do. I'm not even
Let's
sure.
see the
I'm not sure if
spice
there's anything of quality in my freezer. It's mostly just like things
Oh.
that Kevin throws in.
Those are good O's. Those are like
Yes.
yeah. Okay. All right. So what's in the freezer here?
These are mostly just like oh God, this is so embarrassing. I have
It's really not. It's
I
not.
have
not
frozen turkey burgers.
normal.
That's like the only like meat I have in my
Oh.
house right now. Or I have to have burgers down here too. These are just like things like my husband will like snack on. Like these aren't like
Yeah.
there's chicken nuggets.
I mean, who doesn't love a nugget though?
Right.
Let's be honest. That's
I
not
love
embarrassing
chicken
at all.
nuggets.
Right, and
Yeah.
I've got
I
like
do.
I only eat the dino
I've got
ones. but that's
veggies
fine.
over here, fruits for my smoothie. Oh, here's some
Oh, what kind of veggies?
it literally oh wait, I've got a thing of Stephen Brussels sprouts up here. Not the best though. I have
Okay.
mixed vegetables. That's embarrassing.
It's not. I promise it's not.
There's really Pedialyte popsicles. And then spices.
Necessary.
Yes,
Necessary.
really.
Yep.
For like spices and seasoning, I've got a ton of stuff up here. I have like my little spices down here as well. Like I'm pretty well stocked with spices. I am not a complete idiot, so
Yeah,
Cool.
hardly.
Okay, and then you said you make smoothies, so that tells me you have a blender, right?
oh yeah, no, I have everything.
Okay. Not everyone does. I'm just making sure because
Yeah.
I'm coming up with an idea right now, and it would require a blender and a cat.
There's the baby.
We have cat. I have a cat.
There's the kitty.
Okay.
I think I have two questions before we break. Lauren, when you said that you have some grains in there, does that include something like quinoa or rice, or is it just
Yes, I've got a big thing
the pasta?
of jasmine rice right here. No
Okay.
no dried quinoa right now. I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm bringing you guys back.
As opposed to not dried quinoa?
Well, I don't know what
I had
what
to.
you call it.
Or like the little like breakup
Fish.
packs one that like go in the microwave for like 90
Yeah,
seconds, like those ones, right?
Those
Like,
exist?
yeah.
Yeah, like at Trader Joe's.
I don't go to Trader
But
Joe's,
it
but I
is-
hear it's where all the single men end up on Sunday.
I mean,
I
Some of them can
hear.
cook. That's
it's
why.
the hottest
That's why.
place on Sunday.
Let me know if I'm right. Maybe I need to change my.
You could just go wearing like a t-shirt, like a sandwich board that says like we'll cook for single men. Like and just see what happens. Just saying.
It's like the definition of being a block of cheese. They don't think that's the route to go. But thanks for the tip.
But I've been out of the game for a while. That's
Yeah,
true.
I was just gonna say, says the married man. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well.
Okay. I think I've got an idea here. What are you working with, Daniela? What do you think?
I know. I want to hear your thought first because I'm always curious if it's my thought. Yeah, I want to hear your thought first.
Okay. Then Lauren, hang tight. This is the part where Danielle and I are going to go develop this recipe.
Oh gosh.
I'm
Okay.
going to stick you on mute,
Okay.
and then we're going to spend the next, 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes trying to come up with this recipe, and then we'll bring it back in after we're done.
Okay.
Sound good?
All right. Great. I'm just
Okay.
staying on the phone. I'm not doing anything, right?
Yeah, you just stay there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Okay. So she actually had way more than I was expecting her to have. Like the way that she was describing that she had nothing, I expected her to like open the fridge like a tumbleweed would roll out. So like it
was disappointing, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping that we'd have a much harder one.
Darn it.
I know.
If you're hearing this and you have that empty fridge, DM us.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you.
Seriously. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we do like a creamy bolognese, and we use the diced tomatoes and the whole peeled tomatoes. Start the sauce there. Obviously, the tomato paste. I didn't see if she had any garlic or not, although that could be a part of the spice pantry. If she's got just garlic powder in a pinch, that I think that works.
It will do.
Yeah. But we make the red sauce there, and then once that's cooked down a little bit, pour that into a blender with a couple scoops of the cottage cheese, and that gives us the creaminess. That gives us the extra fat in there that'll emulsify this together, so it'll be nice and creamy and smooth. And if she wants, it'll give her a little extra protein in this as well. And then she said she had both burgers and turkey burgers in there, and I think if you sort of cook those and break them up into smaller crumble pieces, that will work well for the bolognese part of this, right? She also had carrots in there, which I love a little bit of extra crunch in my bolognese. I wouldn't put the mixed vegetables in there because there's corn in there, which is weird in a bolognese. But like, we're way in the fridge here too, so that might not be terrible. But and this is the thing we'll have to ask when we come back, is if there are any alums in the house, garlic, onion, anything like that.
Yeah, we forgot to ask that. That has to be our first question usually. Yeah.
Well, usually they're right there on the counter, and so usually we can see them. And so I just didn't see any this time, but that doesn't mean we didn't just miss them. And then use, I think, the elbow mac for this, or the little fusilis, the little curlicues.
Yeah, the fusilis.
Yeah. So how does that sound to you? Am I a little far away here, Chef?
No, your head is exactly where my head is at, because when you do have something where there's not a lot of fresh things, it's pasta time, for sure. 100%. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. The one thing I would like to add to it that I was seeing in her fridge is the carrots. So I actually just did this, and it was so beautiful. I roasted the carrots down, and then I put them in the blender. So where your head is at with the blender and the cottage cheese and making it nice and silky, that carrot is going to add that sweet element to it. That is just, it really is stunning. And I just did it a couple months ago with a chef to make sure it works. It 100% worked. We actually repurposed carrot hummus of all things. So,
yum, though.
Yeah,
my God.
It was glorious. It was really good. So I love that. And also, weirdly, I wanted to go back to the husband's chip cupboard, because a little bit of crunch on top, you know what I'm talking about?
I do. And like when I said we don't have any garlic, my brain instantly was like, we do those garlic flavored chips, and like the crunch those up and sprinkle them on top is not a bad way to go here.
And that texture with pasta. There's actually, have you made a pangrattato before?
No.
It's really good. It's basically breadcrumbs, Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, and a little bit of herbs like a parsley or basil. And then you just I put it in a nonstick pan, stir it all up until it is really toasty.
Yeah.
But it's sprinkled on top of pasta. The crunch is unbelievable. It is. You can do it with chips too.
That would be perfect with the chips there. Oh, I like that. I also like the roasted carrots thing is perfect, especially this time of year, because like it gets that like nice roasty warm feeling too, and like, because it's cold. She's in Chicago. It's the Windy City. Like
it's
January is
freezing,
unforgiving.
So, it really is.
Yeah. Okay. So like a roasted carrot, creamy bolognese.
I love it. And I think that she should, you're right with the turkey burgers. She should defrost them and then definitely crumble them up. And then she could make some fond at the base of the pan, remove it and set it off to the sides. The sauce can be nice and creamy, but then we'll add back in the meat so it has the right texture. You
and I shared this, I would call it an intense dislike of like turkey things because they just lack fat and flavor. So I'm hoping that the cottage cheese adds back in a little bit of the fat that we need there in this sauce, but like also we might just have to supplant some of that with a little bit of extra olive oil.
Exactly. Precisely. And you can, I have actually been surprised by turkey before when it's done well. Which we talked about in a former episode about turkey and Thanksgiving and what I like to do. It needs to be salted in advance, and it needs to be seasoned the heck out of, honestly. And if you do it, you can 100% make it work.
Right. Is it worth adding any like butter or anything in this process when she's crumbling this up, right? Because like that adds again that little extra depth of the flavor here. Okay. Okay. I know
I'm ready too. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, right. I love this.
Let's bring Lauren back in here.
All right.
Lauren, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, she's back.
Okay. I think we've got something for you here.
Okay.
And it's like Daniela said, when you really feel like you have nothing, it's time for pasta, because that will always take you a long way. And so what we're thinking here is a roasted carrot creamy bolognese.
Oh.
How does that sound?
Sorry, she has.
I know. It took us right to the sweet potato dookie. Like just, yeah.
What to do with this? That sounds... I can't.
Wait, hold on. No, stop. Grant has to say that again. I can't. He's got to do it over again.
I got to do the recipe over again or the sweet potato dookie over again? Which part?
The recipe, because
okay.
Okay. All right, we're going to do it again.
Okay.
Just get that thing out of the way.
Wait, can I say slutty?
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want. We'll mark it as explicit. It's fine.
That's not even explicit. That's just fun. Okay. So here we're thinking, Lauren, a roasted carrot creamy bolognese. How does that sound?
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Chef, why don't you walk her through what we talked about here?
Okay. So I think the first thing that you need to do is take those turkey burgers out of the fridge, out of the freezer, excuse me. Let them defrost. And of course, if you want to speed it up and put it in the microwave, just make sure that you stay safe about it. She's taking them out now. I love it. So and take them out and let them defrost. As soon as they are defrosted, go ahead and put a fair amount of salt on them and let them sit. We are going to make like a turkey bolognese, so you are going to end up crumbling them up. So let those defrost, salt, and then you can start preparing your other things in advance if you'd like. One of the other things that needs to be prepared is the carrots. So what you're going to do is take those carrots, and I would suggest maybe having them or a large chop, basically, so they roast up a little quicker. Toss them. Oh, we need to ask, sorry, first, you have olive oil.
Oh,
yes?
yes, that's
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
I saw
great.
on the counter. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So toss them in olive oil. And then if you have anything that's going to add a little teeny bit of kick to it, like garlic powder, onion powder, even a teeny bit of smoked paprika, it's going to do wonders in that. So toss that all out with some salt. Oven set at 450 degrees, convection roast. If you don't have convection, just plain roast will be fine. Put them in and let them roast until they get nice and tender. And take them out and you can set them off to the side. Then you're going to prepare once your turkey burgers are defrosted, go ahead and take a pan and saute that with, again, a lot of olive oil. And Grant did mention, and he's so right, about butter. So turkey doesn't have a lot of fat, therefore it doesn't have a lot of flavor. We do have to supplement. So not only the olive oil, but the butter in there is going to add some depth of flavor at the base of a pan. Then go ahead and cook your turkey until it's a little browned. Remove it and set it off to the side. You'll have those brown bits stuck at the bottom of the pan. You're fond. We're going to end up using those. Next question that we didn't ask before. Do you have fresh garlic and or onions?
I sure do. Garlic.
She
Nice.
sure does. Look
All
at
right.
that. It's a cute little thing, too. I like that.
It
Cute
is.
little garlic thing.
Onion, she is questionable. She's been in the fridge for a bit.
Don't worry about the onion. The fact that you have garlic is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
So you're going to mince up that garlic. Go ahead and put it in the same pan with the turkey, or excuse me, that the turkey was in. But remember, the turkey set off to the side. Put a little more olive oil. You can even throw another pat of butter in there. Go ahead and add your tomatoes in. Give it a nice stir. Add your salt. Add your pepper. Any sort of dried basil or parsley is going to do just fine. And you make yourself a little sauce, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to start then blend everything together. So in your blender, and wait till your sauce cools down a little bit. This is a safety thing, everyone. When something's too hot and you put in a blender, you end up with a huge explosion.
Because
you don't want
pressure and
that.
heat builds in the blender, and like I have seen it where like the backs of people's blenders blow off.
Yes.
Like it gets too hot, the plastic or the glass gets too hot. So like let it cool down a little bit. Like then there's no shame in waiting for that, because you should.
Exactly. Very important. So in your blender, go ahead and put your tomato sauce, put your carrots, and I want you to temper your cottage cheese. So cottage cheese is going to curdle even more than it already has that texture if you put it with something hot. So put your cottage cheese in like a measuring cup. Put a little bit of that hot or slightly cooled down pasta sauce, tomato sauce, put it in the cottage cheese and stir, and keep doing that little by little until the cottage cheese actually comes to room temperature. This will prevent it from curdling. Go ahead and put it in the blender, blend everything together. You have now a really silky, creamy sauce. You're going to put it back in your pan, add that ground turkey that you had before back into the pan, and then cook your pasta. And we said elbows would be lovely, the fusilli would be lovely, whatever you want. And
anything the sauce is going to stick to a little better. I wouldn't use the spaghetti because you don't have to here. So I would use the fusilli is great in a bolognese. I also like the elbows in a bolognese. So either one I think is fine. How much cottage cheese are you thinking, Daniela? I was thinking like a cup and a half, given we've got 2 cans of diced tomatoes and the whole peeled tomatoes.
I think it needs a lot less, honestly.
A lot less. Okay.
Yeah,
like a half
I
cup?
do. Like I would say I would start with a half cup, start there. A little bit actually goes a long way when you have anything that is dairy, that you're basically adding to it. You don't want to overdo it. Now, if you find, okay, the texture, I want it a little more silky, a little more heavy, add in another quarter cup. But I'd start with a half because a little bit does usually go a long way.
And then I had a thought while we were talking here that I think might be a little fun to add. And if, Lauren, you want to get a little like extra culinary points here, you could take some of the garlic that you've got and slice it really thin.
Sure.
And then in a cold pan, you're going to put some olive oil there. And then you're going to put those chips in the pan, a nonstick pan preferably. It doesn't have to be, but it will work better. And then bring those up to temp until they get golden brown. Flip them over for like another 10 seconds or so. And then put them on a plate with paper towel. And you'll have these nice little garlic chips. You already got it. You don't need to do that. That's perfect.
She breaks it out. This woman needs to have a commercial for Trader Joe's.
Seriously?
I swear.
She's got them in a pack already. This is perfect. You don't even have to worry about that thing. Those are perfect on top. Those are perfect on top of this.
And Grant and I were also talking about before, which you don't particularly have to do, but we love texture. That chip pantry that you have, chips are so wonderful if they are either sauteed in a little bit of olive oil and butter or just even crumbled up and put on top for an extra crunch.
Okay, so go back.
They are
So
gorgeous.
I'll go back into Kevin's.
Go back to the scary snack cabinet. Yeah.
Chip closet.
And the cat is like, what is this? She's sniffing around. Anyone, I mean, you can do anything from those. I think you said garlic chips.
Yeah, I mean, and there's just like, there's only, what are these? These are actually most amazing flavor. Don't eat a lot of junk food, but I can down entire garlic butter potato chips.
Oh, see, that's it.
Yeah,
That's them, man. Just, yeah.
I don't even know if you'd need to put them in a little olive oil. You might be able to just
I don't think you do.
Crunch those up a little bit and sprinkle them on top.
Yeah, do that.
Little parm on top of this thing. You're golden.
You're golden.
Okay.
All right.
So any questions?
I do have
about this.
I haven't used any of my little fresh herbs over here. I do have
Oh, they're cute. Little hydro gardens.
Well, here's the deal is that this is Thai basil, and like I'm not really crazy about it. Like, what's the difference between that and like other basil? Because
it's spicier.
Is
so
it?
Thai basil is a little spicier and a little teeny bit more bitter than your Italian flat leaf basil that you're used to. So it has its time and place, and it's actually really quite lovely when you're making, I would say, Southeastern Asian Indian dishes.
Yeah, something that has a little bit extra like spice to it, like that curry kind of a thing, or like a pho or Vietnamese thing, because it's a little more peppery in the spice itself. Not so spicy. I don't think you mean, Daniela, as in like it's heat, although there is a little bit of that, but like
a teeny bit.
Yeah, but compared to like regular basil.
Yes,
but,
which is sweet.
Yes, which is much sweeter and has to me, it's sometimes like lemony, licoricey flavor.
You are 100% correct. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So I wouldn't use that here.
Okay.
I wouldn't put that on this. That'll be an odd
Okay.
flavor.
All right. That's fair.
But if you've got like parsley or anything over there,
She does.
that'd work great
She has
on
a little
top
bit of
of
parsley, oregano,
Yeah.
and I'm not really sure what's happening. I don't know what this is. Any idea what this is, Daniela?
I don't know.
Like, who are you?
It looks like tarragon.
It looks like
or maybe
tarragon.
rosemary. Tarragon. It looks like.
It looks, I don't think it's woody enough to be rosemary.
No, you're right. It's not.
But like honestly, a little bit of that fresh oregano
Okay.
and some of that fresh parsley in this sauce at the very end, so it doesn't catch and burn or anything. And let like as you're waiting for your pasta to cook and you've got the actual sauce itself on low, you can drop those herbs in there if you chop them up, or you can even like tie them together and put them in whole and pull them out later, and it'll just let everything get to know each other in that pot a little bit. Everything will marinate.
I love that phrase.
And like and like they'll have a little party in the pot, and then you'll put that on the pasta. So like that's a good thing to do at the very end.
Okay. And are you sure there's no room for this?
The sweet potato? No, I think
She put out the sweet potato. It's like a dried up. It looks like something that your cat passed on your counter.
It does. Yeah, I think the only place that would have room for that is the trash can. I think
Yeah.
that is.
That is
Sorry.
fair.
Or a cat toy. I don't know.
Well, Lauren, thank you so much for letting us into your pantry and into your fridge. The cat doesn't even want that
The
thing. She
cat
put it right in front of the
doesn't
cat, and
want
he
it.
was like,
She's
"Well,
like,
no, thank you. No."
This is great.
But thank you for letting us into your home, and we're gonna get this recipe to you, and we would love to see what it looks like when it's all done.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I can't wait.
All right, everyone, that is the show. And I thought we did an amazing job. And I'm so excited for roasted carrots repurposed always, though. I've done this before, so I know this works.
Yes, it's one of those things about carrots that like you buy a whole bag of them and they go bad fairly quickly if you don't
Exactly.
get a hold of them. And like roasting carrots is a great way to do this. I like it, especially in these months too, because a roasted carrot, like I said, as we were coming up with this recipe, it's so deep, it's so rich. They're so sweet. It's weird to think of a vegetable as sweet, but like they give off this nice, like caramely sort of thing too, that I think will be really nice in this sauce. But like, honestly, if you got a bag of carrots in your fridge and you don't know what the hell to do with it, roast them up, little olive oil, little salt and pep. I like to toss them with a little bit of brown sugar when they're done, so they're a little extra sweet. And then
you can definitely do that.
It's a great side dish. It's so good.
You know what I also did? I made hummus with this recently.
Ooh.
That was another one of my sous chefs. It was her idea that she came up with, and it worked so beautifully. Did the exact same thing, roasted the carrots, and then we put them in the blender with chickpeas and made a roasted carrot hummus. It was to die for. It was so good.
Does it also come out that like fun orange color? Like
Yes.
It turns it like, that's
sure did.
That's a winner at a party or like on a cheese board if you got people over for like a game night or something. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
I'm giving too much away.
I
give you people everything.
You should see what she's like when she's not on camera. It's really something. Just the giving. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna write that down because I'm gonna try and make that hummus on my own.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll get back to you on that. Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Well, that is it for the show, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. You can tag Panic at the Pantry on social media if you try to make these recipes on your own, or you roast some carrots you want to show us. That's great. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We are at Colada Culinary, and on YouTube, it is panic.at-the-pantry. You can also just search Colada Culinary and Panic at the Pantry, and all those things will come up. I am at Grant Herms on Twitter, Blue Sky, and at Grant Herms TV on pretty much everything else.
And you can tag me absolutely everywhere at Colada Culinary. Go check out coladaculinary.com for recipes, tips, podcasts. Of course, is housed there as well. And we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.